What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a new review. So I did think about it last week, and I was like, last week, just to tell you guys what's been going on with me. Last Saturday, when I recorded my videos, I was not feeling good at all. I was really in a bad headspace, you guys. So I'm gonna tell you guys what happened. So last Friday night, I went to the emergency room because the week prior I wasn't feeling good. I had a fever. You guys know, remember, you guys heard my voice and all that stuff. So I had a fever from Friday to Sunday, and after that, it went away. But then I lost my sense of taste. So I went to the emergency room last Friday. I've had this cough, so I did test positive for Omarion, you guys. I'm feeling a lot better now. I feel a lot better. So that's why I was feeling the way I was last Saturday. I was just, because I literally came home, went to sleep, woke up, watched the shows, and I was just still feeling some type of way. But yeah, we're going to be doing Ladies Who List, you guys. This is season 1, episode 2, and the episode was titled The Pitch, you guys. So before we go ahead and jump to this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on my channel and are not yet subscribed, I'm gonna need you guys to do me a solid favor. Stop taking me out on this date. Have me foot the bill at the end of it. Subscribe to the channel, you guys. Turn your post notifications on. Share the video and like the video, you guys. And with that out the way, without further ado, you guys, let's discuss Ladies Who List, shall we? All right, you guys. So, Ladies Who List. I did watch episode 1 of Ladies Who List. I'm not going to do a review over it at this point because it's been a full week. So we're just going to start up with episode 2. I do like the show. I do like the ladies. There are 2 women in particular that I'm not the fondest of right now. And those 2 women that I'm not that fond of is Crystal and Robin. And each for different reasons, but we will definitely get into that as we go along. Now, the person that I think I'm going to really enjoy is Keanu. I like Keanu. That's my girl, right? I like Keanu. I like Keanu, I like Kira, and I like Tiffany and what's the other girl's name? Tiana. Now, I have pictures of the ladies, right? Last week when I took these pictures, I was looking at Tiffany and Tiana. I'm like, who is who? Like I'm like, I can't even distinctify who is who. But now I can. Now I know who is who, you guys. So we're gonna start up with Kira. So we see Kira, and she is showing a condo to none other than baby girl, B Simone. I'm not the biggest B Simone fan, you guys. I just don't see it for B Simone. I honestly don't think B Simone is funny. Like a lot of these social media these social media comedians, a lot of them I just don't find funny. I really don't. B Simone is one of them. Jess Hilarious is another. Even though I do follow Jess Hilarious, she's hit or miss, right? Jess Hilarious has some funny moments, but more times than not, I'm like, girl, you are not that funny to me. Jess Hilarious. That's funny. Most of these people, most of the social media people that you see, they're on Wilding Out. I don't watch Wilding Out, but hey, it is what it is. But yeah, she's showing B Simone's condo. The condo was very, very nice. The thing that tripped me out with both B Simone and with Kira is the fact that they don't know the compass rose: north, south, east, west. North, south, east, and west. And if you go by the compass rose, it's NESW. It took me, now, as a kid, it took me a long time to get it. But what I came up with was never eat soapy water. It doesn't make sense, but it's how I remember. You never eat soap. Actually, I should say you never eat soap and water. But that's how I remember. That's how I know the compass rose, you guys. It's stupid, but that's how I learned it. That's literally how I learned it. So, I mean, they don't know, like, south, you're going down. North, up. Now I know the way I'm pointing, it looks off, but hey, it is what it is, you guys. But Then they don't know about the sun, how the sun sets and rises. Well, B. Simone ended up not really liking that condo because the bathrooms were small and so were the closets. So then we find out a little bit more about Miss Kira, right? So Kira had, I do love the fact that the ladies are telling us about their upbringings, right? So most of them don't sound like any of them, with the exception of maybe Crystal. Most of them came up in, not the best living conditions, right? So they have gotten into real estate and they have their own homes, right? I thought about doing real estate, but I don't know. Like, if you got to go back to school for real estate, I don't want to do it. But hey, so Kira and her ex-boyfriend, right? They got their dream home, right? She said that he went to New York one week and she was in Miami, and her neighbor had texted her like, "I hope you're not at home right now." And then her neighbor texted her back and telling her that her home was on fire, and we actually saw the remnants of her house. That's kind of interesting that this show, as well as Selling Tampa, there were two fires in both shows. You guys remember in Selling Tampa that Sherelle's mom's house burned and then her house burned. That's got to be, I just can't imagine what that's like to, lose everything in a house fire, lose, things that are very irreplaceable. I would, oh God, because I think about that. Because her and I talk about it, I think about it, especially with me having my mom's stuff. I would lose my shit if anything ever happened to my mom's stuff. I would lose it. But that's it for Kira, and we're gonna move on, you guys. So we're gonna talk about Keanu real quick. I was like, okay, Keanu. When I saw her with the personal chef, I was like, yes, come on, personal chef. So Keanu, remember? So in last week's episode, Keanu told us she grew up in the projects, right? So she has worked hard to get herself to where she is now, and she says that she has a sister who works for her. She takes care of her mother, and her nieces and nephews, they depend on her, as well as some of her other brothers and sisters. Now I do want to say this one thing, and I hope it doesn't come off mean or rude, right? But unless her siblings are like younger than her and still living with her mother, that's understandable. But if your siblings are able-bodied human beings, why can't they work for you, or why can't they get a job so that they can take care of their own selves? Just asking the question, right? So we also find out that she and her husband Anthony, I think she said they've been together for 13 years and married for 8 years, right? So then she talks to her husband about the situation with Robin, and when she was trying to open up her brokerage, she wanted Robin to hold some files for her. Robin wanted to charge her $500 per file, right? $500. She had 26 files. That's $13,000. Now I don't know anything about that, so I don't know what that means. So I'm not gonna speak on it. But she didn't like it, and the fact of the matter is that Robin and her husband, they know each other. They all know each other because Robin dated one of her husband's good friends. So she just felt some type of way about that. And again, like I said, I don't really know too much about that, so I can't really speak on that situation. But if my friend asked me to hold something for them, honestly, if one of my friends comes to me and say, "Hey, can you hold this for me?" while I get, and I think what she said, she wanted her to hold her licenses and her agent, like stuff like that. If you just need me to hold something while you get on your feet, I'm like, cool, give it to me. I'll put it in a safe place, and when you're ready for it, come back and get it, right? I wouldn't say, oh, you gotta pay like a storage fee. Nah, give it to me. I got you. So we're gonna move on, you guys. So next up, we're gonna talk about Tiffany. So we see Tiffany. Tiffany is a closing attorney, right? And Tiffany is talking about the struggles of being a working mother. Like, I mean, my mom worked when I was growing up, right? And I could see she tried to do everything she could for me, as well as taking care of herself, as well as working and all that stuff. So I get Tiffany. I just would, but the thing is, Tiffany has her husband, She said that her when she had a mental episode where she had a panic attack, right? And she said that her husband quit his job to take, be with her and the kids, right? Um, she went to therapy. I think what's gonna work. I think what Tiffany should probably do is prioritize her. I don't know if she doesn't or does not. Tiffany should just prioritize, like get a planner, get something, get a day calendar or something that can we can prioritize your day, and maybe that could help. I don't know. I'm just coming up with this. I'm just throwing something out there. I don't know what she already does. So then she takes her son, DJ, teaching him how to drive. Tiffany, you're better than me because there is absolutely no way in the hell I could teach anybody how to drive. It just would not be for me. So then, we see her and her husband, Jeff. They're celebrating their 13-year anniversary, right? So they're having dinner with Tiana and her husband, Arnold, right? So then they start talking about, this whole thing about Robin, right? They talk about the thing that they went to last week's episode, the broker opening and how the conversation was had, right? I mean, Keanu was saying, I know how it could look that Keanu was being petty, but I mean, the woman has a grievance with her. Like, you wanted to charge me to do something. Like, I get Keanu, but they talk about how thick the air was. It ain't really much in that scene that I wanted to talk about, so we're just gonna go ahead and talk about Robin, you guys. So Robin, so she's been in the business for 20 years, right? You can look at Robin and you can tell that Robin has had her fair share of issues in her life. I know she said that, the women in her life abandoned her. I just want to know if Robin is seeking therapy because Robin seems like Robin feels, it just seems like there's a lot of shit that Robin needs to unpack in order to move forward in her life. And if she so chooses to have relationships with women, I just think that she needs to sit down and talk to somebody, right? Now, there's this one scene that I'm going to throw in here. The scene with Tiffany, Tiana, and Kiera, where they were at the real estate awards. Tiffany won, nope, it was Tiana who won an award for something about social media. I was just sitting there thinking to myself, like, did she really win that award? And I'm not taking away from your accomplishments, Tiana. I don't want anybody, if you watch this or any of them, I'm not taking away from the accomplishments. It's just very interesting to me. And it could have, I'm just thinking, did they do this because they knew that the camera crew was going to be there? I'm just asking the question. I'm not saying that you didn't rightfully win that award. I just have questions. And don't take anything I say as me being, me coming down on people. I'm just asking questions. But congratulations nonetheless to you, right? I just wonder, was it because of the camera crew? I mean, we do know that things like that happen. But I'm not taking it away from you. I'm not taking nothing away from you. I'm just questioning. So then we get to this damn gathering where Robin is going to be talking to the ladies about, her wanting to open up a brokerage with all of them, right? That wig that Crystal had on, it was enough. So Robin tells the ladies that she feels that they all should come together as a collective and open up a brokerage, right? So that is when Kiana took it upon herself to, tell Robin, like, you want to do this brokerage thing with me, but the last time me and you had a conversation with each other, you wanted to charge me $500 to give you my files. And that made me look at you in a bad light, right? Now, I do like the fact that, at one point, Kiana's like, this might not be the proper time for this conversation, so we can table this and have a conversation solo, right? The issue that I had was with Crystal. Crystal in this entire scene kept chiming in. Crystal, sit there and shut up. That ain't got nothing to do with you, right? Now, Robin gave to me it was a half-ass apology. That apology that Robin gave to Keanu was half-assed. I'm like, that's not an apology. You're not sorry, right? So she then tells them about her mental health issue, right? Tiffany, she was understanding because, like I said earlier, Tiffany had a mental health issue, right? So then Kiana says, we can table this, right? So then Kira decides she wants to talk about the issue that she has with Robin. Now, Kira, I like you, right? But your issue with Robin and Crystal is the dumbest shit that I've ever heard in my life. It ain't no disrespect to you, my love, but we're upset because they unfollowed you on Instagram. That's not the end of the world. It is not that deep. Now, Robin, the fact that you want to sit here and talk about the algorithm, girl, the algorithm did not unfollow her. Now, I know it happens over here on YouTube. That is something that does happen because I've saw it where people are subscribed to you and YouTube will unsubscribe them. Because even I had, like this past week, I had to unsubscribe to Ashley because the interesting thing with YouTube is they'll send me every notification about every review that Ashley posts, right? But what it is, when she posts her what it is video, I don't get a notification about her what it is video. And it's like, y'all give me every notification from Ashley all week. But then we get to what it is, I have to go search for that video. So I have to unsubscribe to Ashley and then resubscribe. So YouTube has a fucked up algorithm, but Instagram, no. And my thing with Kira, if they unfollowed you, you know what you do? Because I do this all the time. When I see that someone followed me just so that they can get their followers up and then they unfollow me, what do? Unfollow. When I see that you unfollowed me, I'm like, oh, okay, so you were just trying to get your numbers up. Guess what? That number's about to decrease by 1 because I'm finna unfollow your ass back, right? So then her and Robin got into an argument. I'm like, we are arguing about Instagram? It ain't that deep. It's not that deep. Now, here's where I want to talk about. This is why I have an issue with both Crystal and with Robin. Robin, you need to learn how to keep your goddamn hands to yourself. Like, I mean, the fact that you hidden at Crystal, we got a problem. You're not gonna keep hitting at me. That's not what we about to do. But then at the same token, Crystal, why the fuck do you keep saying you're triggered, you're triggered, you're triggered, you're triggered? You're trying to trigger me, like you're playing a game with me. You're trying to trigger me. You're trying to get under my skin at this point. And I don't like that. I want Crystal to stop saying you're triggered. That is the one thing I want for Crystal to stop saying. Stop saying you're triggered. It's annoying to me. But Robin, keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. That's my issue with Robin. Keep your motherfucking hands to yourself. But that's it, you guys. I didn't expect this video to be as long as it. I didn't expect it to be, damn near 19 minutes. But that's it, you guys. So that's the second episode of Ladies Who List. I'm enjoying the show. Let me know what you guys think about it. Please leave your comments in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, share the video, you guys. And until the next time, stay safe, take care of yourselves. Remember, wash your hands, you guys. Wear a mask, socially distance, be blessed. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.